Good morning everyone and welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson. Now you're probably wondering why I'm in my kitchen for today's maths lesson. Well, our starter is something that involves some of my favourite things, biscuits. So let's get started on today's quick starter before we go into the main lesson. So I've been writing down some of my number bonds to 10, but I've got something to help me. 10 biscuits. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm so glad I watched Miss Ashtiani's counting videos last week, so I was able to do that. Now, it's really simple. You have 10 biscuits. If you do this, you have one biscuit that we can see the chocolate on, one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 biscuits that we cannot. So we know 0 add 10 is 10, and now we know 1 add 9 is 10. Can you have a go at writing your number bonds to 10? Maybe you'd like to use the biscuits to help you. Pause the video now and have a go at the starter challenge. If you want to challenge yourself even further, what about number bonds to 20? Do you notice anything? So, let's get started. As I mentioned yesterday, our big picture for the week is that numbers are all around us. So it's really important that we can recognise them and identify what numbers they are. So today, our learning objective is to represent two-digit numbers using Numicon. Now, before we look into that, let's recap on our key vocabulary from yesterday. So, as you can see, I've left it blank. Don't worry if you didn't watch yesterday's lesson. That's okay, because we'll go over it together in the next slide, or you can watch yesterday's lesson now. So, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to see if you can figure out our key vocabulary. Ta-da! Well done. So, place value. Can you remember what it means? It's the value each digit holds within a number, but we'll explore that further again today. Within two-digit numbers, they are split with tens and ones. A quick check. So, how many tens and how many ones are in these numbers below? Pause the video now and have a little in the number. Well, you tell me, what is this number here? Well done, 28. So, remember, the first digit is always represented by the amount of tens. So, how many tens? 2. Good. 2 tens. And remember, the second number is represented by how many ones? So we've got 2 tens and, well done, 8 ones in the number 28. What about this number here then? You're right, it's the number 13. So we look to the first digit. How many tens? 1 10 and 3 ones. Well done. Don't worry if you're still a little bit confused, because that's what we're going to look at now. So, here I have some Numicon. In the pack we gave you back in November, you should have had some Numicon pieces to cut out. Don't worry if you've lost these, it's okay, because we'll have them on the screen too. But if you have got them, it might be a good idea to get them out. So I have here on the left a 10. And this piece of Numicon is a 3. Now I don't need to count all of the dots to know this. I just know it. 10 and 3. So I have 1 10 and 3 1s. So underneath I've written the equation that we're going to be looking at today and writing when it comes to your independent work. Let's have a look together. 13 equals 1 10 and 3 1s. Now let me try another one. 3 1s. Now let me try another one. Ooh, here I've got 1 10 and I've got 1 1. So this is how I would write it. 1 10. So the first digit in my number is represented by the 10s. 1 10. And the second digit is represented by the amount of 1s. Well, I know here I've got 1 1. So again, what's that number? 11. Well done. But I'm not finished yet, am I? Because if we look back, I still need to do the equation. 11, what was my symbol here? Thank you. 11 equals 1 10, like we've just talked about. 1 10 and how many 1s? Well, we can have a look at the Numicon, can't we? 1 10 and 5 1s. Yeah? Just kidding. 1 10 and 1 1. It's on its own, so I don't need to add an S on the end. There we go. Let's have a look now. 11 equals 1 10, yep, and 1 1. So hopefully that's a little bit clearer. Now it's your turn to have a little practice. So we've got some Numicon pieces again here. I'm going to flash them up on the screen and I want to see if you can pause the video and work through each one, remembering what we write. So here's the first one. Have a go. Pause the video now to write it down. Here's our next one. Again, pause the video and have a go. And our final one. How did you do? Let's recap the answers together. So, how did you get on? Here are our answers, so you can check yours. So the first one was 1 10 and 8 ones. So you should have written 18 equals 1 10 and 8 ones. Give yourself a big tick if that's what you got. Don't worry if you're still a little bit unsure. That's okay because we're going to have lots of practice. So the next one, 12, 1 10 and 2 ones. And the final one, 16. We've got 1 10 and 6 ones. So 16 equals 1 10 and 6 ones. Well done. Now it's your independent chili time. So I'm going to put the chili 1, chili 2 and chili 3 challenges on the board for you to complete. And I'll see you tomorrow for some more place value. Well done, guys. So, chili ones. Here are your 2 questions. We've got some Numicon, and you've got to see if you can represent them by completing what 2-digit number it represents. Chili 2, you've got some here, a couple more, and slightly bigger. So, have a look, make sure it doesn't catch you out. And chili 3, Little Red Riding Hood thinks that this Numicon represents the number 29. Is she correct? See if you can justify your answer. See you tomorrow.